Hey, there we go. We're back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you are. Welcome back to the live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today, what day is today? What day is it? Today is October 6th, 2019.
PowerShell_Freak just resubscribed for 7 months.
Well, thank you, PowerShell Freak. I appreciate you resubbing. But we're going to write a little bit of code today. How's it going there, chat room? It's so good to see you. It's a Sunday here in my United States. Copper Beardy, hello. Darth and PC Soul, sup? Good to see you. Simon Jeering, great to see you, my friend. Rambling Geek is here, another one of the live coders. Hello. Devman NL, hey there. Gordon Howe, not Gordy Howe, Gordon Howe is here. Hello. Let's see. Tagaron, Lannon BR, Lannon, another live coder. New GPT. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Is it ISO Optolator? What's good? Oh, everything's good. Try the tacos. The tacos are amazing. Trust me on that. I wouldn't lie about the tacos. Hey, Stelzy, good to see you. Ancient Coder, hello. Code Bites, Smab, you're here, but you're not here. There's a thing there. Okay. And I see the viewer count on Twitch is still kind of busted. Oh, wonderful. 2 hours of Fritz, double, and then double the Suze. Suze is going to be guesting on Michael Jolly's stream. Very nice. Raining all day in the Netherlands. Good time for a live coding show. You're not wrong. Java Starter, hello. Good to see you. Yes, see, tried the tacos. Corin knows what's going on here. All right, so I'm wearing my Flyers hat today because the other day, my Philadelphia Flyers, and why did it suddenly turn green? Why did we get the reflection there? That's weird. I'm doing quite fine. I'm feeling great today. We had a little bit of a problem with we had a car accident last week, but we're doing all right. Things are going well. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling quite good. Let's see. Can I get it? That's better. I think we got that fixed. So while my head with that hat. Hey. So we had my Philadelphia Flyers actually played in Prague earlier this week, and they defeated those always tough Chicago Blackhawks. It was the first game of the season for the North American, the National Hockey League here in the States and Canada, and it's always good to start off the season 1-0. So, yep, everybody's safe. Darth and PC Soul. I got all checked out by the doctor just to make sure everything's okay, and we're good. We're in good shape. See, now I'm going to be paranoid about that color. I'm going to be paranoid about this until we change off of this scene, And when I try and fix that, you end up seeing the green back there. Do I have to do this the hard way? Right? Or is it because I got this all turned around? That's better. There we go. Okay. So, everyone is safe. Absolutely. Yep, got fixed that. So, today I wanted to spend some time talking about webhooks. We ran into this issue last time about followers, actually. Thank you for the follow, Will Murphy. Where, yes, you're right, Fall In. It is like magic. It is kind of like magic. We ran into this issue last time where the follower train widget that we're building was not detecting the number of followers on the number of, and any new followers for that matter, wasn't detecting it quickly enough. It was taking too long. So when you're trying to do this type of train widget where we want to reward folks for a time-based interaction, it needs to be very quick. We need very responsive interactions with the Twitch APIs. So if somebody clicks the follow button, like Will Murphy just did, thank you, Will, for helping demonstrate what I'm trying to show here. See that? You're already working with me here. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you in the chat room, Will. What we want to see is we want to see that follow not only trigger the alert, but reset reset the follower train immediately. And a follower train, quite simply, is a counter or some sort of animation that happens on screen that increments automatically when an interaction from you, the chat room, happens before a timer runs out. So we grow that train. We've got a train of activity that's continuing and having a impressive impact on the stream. So that's what we're looking at, continuing to build here, and we're going to take a look at how we can interact with Twitch's Webhook API and see if we can get a better response from Twitch. Now, webhooks are an interesting technology that allow us to set up a service and listen for a notification. And we're going to talk more about that today. So, chat room, thank you so much for tuning in. Darth and PC Soul says, on a lighter note, partitioned your laptop's hard drive so you're watching on Arco Linux. Arco Linux or Arch Linux? QS tile install. Neat. Trying to set up the lamp stack. Good luck to you, Darth and PC Soul. Oh, it's always great to try new, I don't want to say new, but different technologies that we aren't familiar with. And that's part of what we're doing here is Ubuntober. All month long, I'm going to be primarily working in Ubuntu Linux, but we'll be trying out different Linux technologies, GNU technologies throughout the month so that we can get outside of our comfort zone, see if there's other things out there that might appeal to us and that we might enjoy. So, Copperbeardy, thank you so much for the host. Arco Linux. I'm not familiar with Arco Linux. Okay. Very cool. And then maybe we'll try a little Windows subsystem for Linux as well. Good to see you, Janesco. There's the tacos. And thank you for the follow, Gold Soul Theory. We're closing in on another follower goal here. This number isn't quite right. I've got to reset it. What I'm seeing here on the console, let me make sure I get the number right. Is, come on. Hello, is that Rogue 04 or is that Rouge 04? I want to make sure I say your name right. Disk usage not hitting 100%. Well, yeah, there's that. Yes. Okay. Yes, it is. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to jump over here and reset the count. It looks like the follower count right now is 8089. So let me reset that real quick. Can I have some, I wish I had some resetting music, but that's not going to work. So there we go. And that'll update this. Every time we get to a multiple of 100 followers, we will we'll give away a sticker pack here live on stream. So we are very, very close to that. Is a webhook a peer tech to WebSockets? Asks Simon Jeering. Same level of network stack, layer of abstraction, or is it higher level like SignalR? So let's talk about that as we get into what's happening here. And what we can do with the Twitch API. Just making sure all the things. There we go. All right. Let me switch over to my Linux machine. There it is. This is a Linux VM running Ubuntu 18.04, the LTS version as it is, as a Hyper-V virtual machine on my Windows machine. I'm primarily a Windows person, so that's why I'm running as a virtual machine. But you, of course, can run as native on the Metal, or however you'd like. It's up to you. But this is how I'm choosing to run it today. Let's get some music playing here in the background. And today I'm going to play Orange for my Philadelphia Flyers. There we go. This is Music to Code by. It's music designed to get you in the groove, get you in the flow, so that whatever task it is you're working on, you can get focused on, and all those other words you have just kind of fade away. Check it out, mtcb.pwop.com. Run the music command in the chat room, and you can click through and learn more. 25 minutes long on each song. It's about the same length as a Pomodoro. Focus on whatever task it is that you need. When the song is over, take 5 minutes for yourself. Get up, stretch, grab a beverage, and get back to it. Play the song for another 25 minutes, and you'll be extremely productive. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thank you, Carl Franklin, for letting us listen to your music here live as we write code. Isn't that the guy who does the .NET Rocks podcast? You're correct, no underscores. It is. Yes, indeed. There you go. Hey, Gold Soul Theory, good to see you. Pyrotechnic. Nice. I see what you did there. Last stream you watched, I rated a poor dude who wasn't making games, he was cooking, and he got sad. That's okay. That's all right. He was another member of the Live Coders, and it was great to help him. What is the source of the music? Asks Java Starter. You saw the link just above there. The bot mentioned. This is Music to Code by from Carl Franklin. It's original music written to get you in the flow. So it's funny, it kind of fades away. You don't even hear it for a while. So, you love C# and Linux? Sounds like you're right at home. Terrific, Gold Soul Theory. I'm glad you like that. And our friend Java Starter, welcome. We won't be programming in Java today. And that's okay. We're going to be talking about some web technologies and not necessarily getting into Java or C#. Hey there, Bandit Dave. Welcome. So, webhooks. The question about webhooks. What are webhooks? Webhooks are a way for us to get a notification from Twitch or any other technology any other endpoint, when some sort of an event occurs. Okay? So a webhook will send you either a GET or a POST HTTP connection with some sort of a payload that you can then do something with. You can act on. The point about webhooks isn't so much that you're actively going and querying, hey, do you have new followers? Hey, do you have new followers? Hey, do you have new followers? Because that puts a lot of pressure on the API to return that information. So much so that folks like Twitch put a cache behind their API. So even if you are requesting it every second, doesn't matter. It's cached for 30 seconds to a minute, and you won't necessarily get new information. With the new API, that's what they call the API on Twitch. It's easier to set up a webhook and listen for when there's a new follower. So there is a web sub specification that specifies, well, here's the type of web content, here's how you make these connections back and forth. So, pub sub hubbub, yeah, that's kind of crazy. So it's pretty easy to do. We need to first set up a subscription to an event. We need to say, hey, we want to listen. Twitch, notify us when this thing happens. And they're going to listen for some sort of a verification. After we submit the request, they'll send back some information, and we'll say, yes, we'll respond appropriately with the response code that they expect, and we'll then be able to interact with Twitch. There is an expiration time to renew a subscription. Make a new subscription request with the same parameters as the original request, and it will continue. You may only have 10,000 subscriptions. Okay. I'm not going to have more than a half dozen to start here, because we're still in minimal viable product, MVP process of building this, so I'm okay with that. And you can request a limit increase. So that's how folks like, let me see, can you see this? That's how folks like Stream Elements do stuff like this. Stream Elements has webhooks and different interactions with Twitch that, because they're a trusted partner, Twitch gives them a little bit more access to the APIs. So what's going on back here in the chat room? It's always good to watch how other ecosystems are doing. You're not wrong, Java Starter. You're very right. Do webhooks run server-side or client-side? So you're requesting a webhook from another service. So on that other service, you're going to receive that notification. It's going to fire server-side on that other service. It's going to come in as an HTTP request, so you're going to need to respond to it server-side. You're going to need a server there listening to be able to traffic that information to you. You need to learn more about webhooks, says Midnight Tangent Ryan. Fantastic, let's do it. Lannon BR says V5 to new. So we went version 3 of the API to version 5 of the API to now the new API. They could have called it V6. You're not wrong. Is 10,000 not enough, says Cryptocoder. If you're a large service like Stream Elements, Streamlabs, Muxy, some of those folks, it might not be. So the client tells the server to tell it when there is something to know. So in this case, the client is another service that's going to be listening for that response. So my service is going to tell the Twitch service, hey, let me know if there's new followers for the C# Fritz channel. Is there an easy way to set up your own webhooks for your own services or API? Asks Midnight Tangent Ryan. Now, I'm an expert in C# and ASP.NET, and there is a webhook framework for ASP.NET Core that you can use. So that you can listen for those types of interactions. That's not what I'm setting up today. I'm not terribly familiar with that segment of the API, but it is something that is available to you. And if we wanted to set up our own webhooks, we could do that. What was the quick comment there? Almost sounds like a message queue that someone subscribes to and gets the updates. Rogue04, you are correct. That's exactly what this is. Points to you. There we go. It is a message queue that we're going to receive messages off of as it happens. There is another API available called PubSub that is very much the same thing, but this time we'll use WebSockets instead of straight HTTP requests, right? An HTTP request, of course, is just like the interactions that you have with a website over your browser. A WebSocket is a two-way connection where you're listening to a stream of information coming from that other service, that other endpoint. So, and you're just waiting for a message to appear on that socket. So it is very much a queue-like mechanism, yes. BB is here.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Good to see you, BB. Thanks so much for tuning in. Sounds like some of my college dorms, they called them new dorms as they were new when they were built, but they're now almost the oldest building on campus. And they're still called the new dorms? Ugh. AA Aito. Hello. So we are, I was going to say, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, Rogue. We're 10 followers from another sticker giveaway here on stream. Let me know. I still didn't update. I gotta fix the images over here. Get that. A webhook is, to put it very simply, you hit some HTTP endpoint at some other website, and when you consume it, you get an HTTP request to your website with some information to deal with. Yep. Surely PubSub is preferable since the WebSockets don't require public endpoint for callback. It can be. Thank you for the follow, AA Ito. Appreciate that.
Psycho42 just resubscribed for 6 months. 6 months. I learn more every time I watch. Keep up the good work, Mr. Fritz.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Psycho42. I appreciate the 6-month sub. That'll put you in a blue subscriber hat. Thank you so much. And we'll make a donation, as we are with all of our subs, all of our cheers this quarter, to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. They're helping kids beat some of the nastiest, deadliest diseases out there. Thank you so much for that support. Azure functions can be created as webhooks. You're correct. Is it Hamza? For example, when you upload any file in blob storage, your webhook will be triggered. Yes. All kinds of notifications like that. That, right, you can have almost this Rube Goldbergian architecture for your application, so that this happens and it triggers something else, some notification to some other service that triggers this, that does some sort of action that triggers something else. And this very, right, Rube Goldbergian mousetrap-like, right, everybody remembers the mousetrap game, interaction happens, and hopefully it delivers some business value. So, they don't have a PubSub endpoint for followers. You can look at the list of what they call topics that you can listen for. And the topics they have are bits. Somebody cheers bits. Somebody's bits badge changes. Subscriptions, just like we saw Psycho with the subscription. Somebody makes a purchase on a channel. I'm not quite sure what this means. Because other than bits, I'm not sure what else you can cheer for. You can purchase on my channel here. So I'm not quite sure there. Oh, I have the community gift chest available to us. I could try that today. That could be a thing. I don't know. We'll think about it. And you also have whispers. Anyone who whispers a specific user, you can get on the PubSub. So it doesn't have my follower capabilities here. And this goes to a little bit of a challenge that some of us on the Live Coders team have, that the Twitch APIs are not congruent. They're not the same. They don't have the same features as Twitch. So I just mentioned Community Gift Chest. We've seen betas for what's called Community Points becoming available, and they're not available in all of the APIs yet. So for us as developers to integrate with some of those cool new features that Twitch has, we need to have Twitch step up and make those APIs available for us. So it's not quite there yet. However, under the new Twitch API, we do have a webhook for when a user has a new follower, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up to listen and handle that. You were thinking WebSockets use network resources. There is a limit, yes. There is a limit. You can only connect to so many things at once. So, but the webhook will allow you to have many, many, many more subscriptions out there. That is what they call them when you're listening for a hook. Now, if I'm listening for a webhook, I need to have a public endpoint, right? That folks can send that notification to. So on receiving a notification, your application will respond immediately with an HTTP success response code to acknowledge successful receipt of the notification. Receipt or receipt? Let me know. The response code should not be affected by whether your application successfully processed the notification. Right. Just we're supposed to tell Twitch, hey, I've received your notification. I'm going to do some other processing, but I received it. Thank you. That way they're not. They know to keep that subscription open. Disambiguating payloads. It's easy to disambiguate notification payloads. You can do either the following: inspect the topic string found in the link header, use a different callback URL for each subscription. So we could set up a callback URL that listens at different addresses for different follower subscriptions. S&B, that's a good one. We could respond with a 202, an HTTP 202 response code to say, got it, working on it. Yeah. Verifying payloads. If a secret was provided when you created the subscription, Twitch signs the notification payload with that secret. Good. We strongly recommend you verify the signature to confirm the notification is genuine. This is important because we don't want anybody sending fake notifications to our service. Because fake notifications are a thing. Alright, so let's do this. I want to look at user as a new follower. So there's the URL we're going to hit is API Twitch TV Helix users follows. Okay. The first parameter must be specified along with from ID or to ID. Okay. Must be one. Okay. Specifies the user who started following someone. I want to know the user who has a new follower, so it looks like I need to specify a query string parameter for the to ID. So we're going to say, right, when user 1337 has a new follower. So we're going to follow this format. And we'll get a notification payload that says, right, from this follower ID. I don't really care so much about the ID, but I do care about the name because I may want to show the user's name on the follow train. Hey, got a new follow from Ebby, right? And the to will be whoever I've set up to listen for. This will be important so I can filter appropriately to the appropriate channel's follower train widget as we build this. Followed at, and it'll give me the time that they followed in UTC time. Good. Okay, that works. Now, there should be something here about, yep, here it is, the subscription. Subscription requests affect rate limits in the new Twitch API. Blah, 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 blah. So am I intending to expose a WebSock implementation myself to get around the Twitch limitations, or they're not providing for that for the follows in their API? I'm going to listen for the webhook. Thank you for the follow, Kiyarik. Appreciate you joining us. And I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. 8 followers to go. And we'll do a sticker giveaway. All right. So what I'm seeing here, what I'm going to do, we've been working on this distributed chatbot implementation with the idea of we're going to be able to listen to multiple chat rooms and manage multiple chat rooms with the same bot. So we're going to set up we already have an agent, not an agent, an actor, that's what it's called the follower service actor that is listening for new followers. The problem with this is it's using that polling mechanism. So I'm going to replace this follower service actor you see here in Visual Studio Code. We're going to replace this so that it's listening for that webhook instead. So, Mia Zupan, you were curious during .NET Conf, how come I'm not using the C# wrapper? I am using the C# wrapper. I am using TwitchLib. You can see, where is it? Configure follower service. There we go. The problem that I'm having is that API there doesn't handle webhooks. It doesn't have a configuration for that. So, and there are other times where it does make sense to use the Twitch API, the TwitchLib API to interact. Right, this, right, new, oh, you make me sad. if I say twitchlib dot, see, there is no, if I go API, there is no webhook here that I can listen for. And that screencast thing is kind of in the way. Take care, Rogue. Good to see you. So I need to build and listen for my own, for the webhook myself. So this is already committed and sitting in source control. So I don't need to necessarily keep this. I could delete it if I want to. I could just wipe it out if I'd like. I'm going to keep it around though, so that it's available to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename this to old, just so that it's here, and I know what it looks like, and I can imitate. I can mock it. Mimic the way that it works here. Thank you for the follow, Coding Garden. Appreciate you joining us. 7 to go. Oh man! All hail Costco, bringer of mass goods. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Okay. Right, that was kind of a thing, right? Hey, Philippe, we are, we've been building this, this distributed chatbot concept that listens on multiple channels, but currently we're building a user activity train widget so that when new followers come into the channel, and we'll have other activities that we listen for as well, but we're specifically focusing on followers to start. When new followers happen, it will reset the train and extend it one car. One whatever. The animation may be different for everybody. All right, let's see what we can do here. So let's create a new. See, and I wish. Is there a? Can I do this? Can I do a new? Yeah, I don't have a new class. Be nice if there was a new class widget that we could use here. Am I using Karnak for the on-screen keys? No, this is screencast mode because I'm in Linux. There is no Karnak in Linux. I typically use Karnak though when I'm in Windows. I don't really need to do vision of the keyboard shortcuts thingamabob that only shows keyboard combinations. Yeah, you're kind of right there. So I need to actually create a new file, and I'll call this follower service actor CS. And I need to put this in the, see, now I need to declare my namespace, right? Which is going to be a pixelbot orchestrator, actors. Yep, it's under commands. I don't think it should be under commands, but that'll do for now. That's going to get annoying. The screencast thing. Follower service actor, and this is right. Was it a receive actor? Yeah. All right. See, and it didn't even do the indent properly. Right. I want it to format document. Oh, it's Control-Shift-I. Oh my. Hey Fletcher, good to see you. VS Code settings and search for screencast mode only. Alright, hang on. Open settings, yeah. Screencast. Only show keyboard shortcuts. That's a little bit better. And let's push this a little bit lower to the bottom. That's better. All right, so this is a receive actor. Yep, we need our using statement for that. Thank you. Those aren't shortcut keys. Those are just not typing keys. All right. So, I need to set up and listen for the webhook. So listening for the webhook actually is going to come in on an API endpoint. So not only do I need an actor to process it, but I need that API endpoint that'll be able to reach in and tell the follower service actor, hey, I got a new follower. So here's the thing. This project that I'm working on is actually a web service. It's a web application. And I have down here in controllers, I have a test controller here. Let's create another controller. No, not configuration. No. I don't want to be in there. Go away. In configuration. No. In controllers. Yes. New file. And we'll create, let's call this follower controller. And this is, did you see that there was a snippet there? Yes, please. Come on, complete it for me. Thank you. Thank you. Controllers. All right. Public class follower controller, and we're going to implement. All right, and this will be an API controller. And let me explain what an API controller is here in just a minute. No. Oh, come on. You're not going to give me my... You're not going to give me my using statement? There it is. Thank you. But I do want this to be a base controller. You really... Or is it controller base? Do I have it backwards? I do. I had it backwards. Aha! Is C# better for building calls to Twitch, or is Java okay? Asks Ludarks. Java's just fine. You can choose whatever language you'd like to integrate with Twitch. There's some great APIs and libraries built for JavaScript folks. If you wanna work in Node, yes, I said JavaScript. There's great wrappers available for a bunch of different languages. I don't know about Java specifically, but choose your poison. It's up to you. I happen to like C#. You tuned into a guy whose channel's name is C# Fritz. You know what I mean? Do it! That's right. So we're doing it in... Yep, Java. Yep, Java, JavaScript, TypeScript. There's folks that have APIs built. Go, there's folks that have APIs. It's up to you. Choose which one you'd like. Just don't horse around with it. Ha ha! Thank you for the follow, Mojujam. Welcome. Appreciate you joining us. 6 followers to go. Stop saying it. Those magic words that bring on the horses, you know what I'm referring to. Those horses. All right. So let's think this through and look over at our documentation. To subscribe, you have a hub callback. The URL or notifications will be delivered. We're going to pass that to this location. The type of request, subscribe or unsubscribe. URL for the topic to subscribe to or unsubscribe from. So this is where we're going to be notified. Topic maps to a new Twitch API endpoint. Yes, we already saw a little bit of that. So we're going to specify that user follows endpoint. So I feel like setting up the subscription is something that we should do. What's this over here? Oh, that was when we were testing. Yes, don't need these anymore. So setting up the subscription, not too bad. We should be able to set that up using our actor, because we're going to make an HTTP request to this location. That's not too bad. We can set up that HTTP client to make that request and have it come back into our API endpoint here and receive that notification. Now, I actually already wrote a little bit of this to verify the receipt of this using for the webhooks in Shopify. So we'll take a look at that. And we might be able to reuse some of that code, right? I've done this before. I know what I'm talking about here.
But what I do have
I do have.
Are a very particular set of skills.
Very particular.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
Very long career writing a lot of undocumented, just cheap code sitting out there on GitHub. All right. So I think... Right? Does that make sense, chat room? That we'll do a post to this location.
And then?
We'll get that request come back into our API.
And then?
We'll start processing follower notifications from the webhook at that point.
And then?
We'll notify our user activity trains if they're up and running.
And then?
Everything will be good. And then our friend Imperial will have a cool user activity train that she can use. No. And then no, not yet. And then hang on. We'll publish it out to Azure so folks can sign up and use it. And then our friend Imperial and other folks can start using this bot. Ha-ha! Right? So, we're getting very close. Okay. So the first thing this is where we're going to receive that notification, and we're going to receive a post. Well, we're going to send out the post. No, not him. Does it send it back as a post or a get? Right? Is it a post or a get that it sends us? Because I need to set up to receive the message appropriately. Getting notifications. Twitch sends you a post with notification data. Aha. Okay. So I'm just going to scratch up what we're going to have here. So this is going to be async task of type I action results called post, and it's going to receive some sort of payload. We'll see what the payload looks like in a minute here. I need to set up the route for this. And it's going to be API / controller. No, wait, it should be curly braces, shouldn't it? Like that. So what this is, right? This is going to receive... There we go. It's going to listen on API / whatever the name of the controller is, follower in this case, a post. So we need to I'm going to get overly defining and say HTTP post, and we're going to receive this post. Now this async task, of course, that's C# indicating that we're going to behave asynchronously. We're going to release control of the thread and be able to return it and interact easily with our code and the client that's requesting, that's made a post into us. So for right now, I'm just going to return OK, just to make sure that this compiles. And you see, it turns to an orange line here that says, "Oh, you didn't do any kind of a wait here." That's okay. I could actually say task from result, right? And I could say OK in here, and it'll return that task. It should return that task. You stink. Fine. I'll just make it okay for now. I didn't format that properly. Hey, JAF1021 is here.
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf? We want it now! The meatloaf!
Meatloaf.
What's she doing? I never know what she's doing.
It's good to see you. Look at that. And she remembers how to use the emotes. Yes! Thank you so much, Mom. It's great to see you. When do we have a pizza party for finishing it? You're right, Sean. You're right. There is no finished with this. We're just going to keep on going. Multiple finish points, multiple pizza parties. So while I have you here, here's what I'm thinking. Let me ask you, because I put down here, let's discuss for when we hit 10,000 followers. 10,000 followers! Are you kidding me? No. No yum yum yum. And if we're going to have a pizza party, it's got to be a gluten-free pizza party. Right? We need to have some gluten-free pizza. For those of you that don't know, yes, I have celiac. I'm quite public with that and with my interactions with folks regarding gluten-free foods. Sir Tick asks, why am I programming in Visual Studio Code? Because I'm on Linux. Sir Tick. This is Linux. It's Ubuntober, yes. All Linux, all month long. So here's what I'm thinking. When we get to 10,000 followers, it would be kind of lame to do just a giveaway. You know? It would be lame to do some sort of thing where only one viewer benefits. So here's what I'm thinking. No, I'm not giving away 10,000 tacos. Mom, do you see what they're doing here? I'm not giving away 10,000 tacos. Although Taco Bell, call me. How about we do this? Well, okay, we can throw tacos across the screen. That's okay. I could also use Writer, yes, but Visual Studio Code is the most popular editor in the world, so I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. And we found the Philly.net hat, Janescu. So I was thinking when we hit 10,000 followers, to do some sort of a celebration, and to do that celebration in the form of a 12-hour long, and 12 just because it's half the day and that gives everybody a chance to tune in, whether it's at the end of your day or the beginning of your day. I'll catch most folks in their own time zones at some part of the day. Well, peanut butter cups are a very good thing. You're right, Mom. I am a big fan of peanut butter cups. Although I don't think the Reese folks have emotes. What if we did a 12-hour, for 10,000 followers, what if we did a 12-hour, I don't want to call it a workshop, but a 12-hour celebration, and we'll bring in guests to stream a little bit with us, to write some code with us. Thank you for the follow, Binary Digit. 6 to go. This says 5. Somebody unfollowed in there. They're trying to play games with us. Good to see you, Binary Digit. But we'll bring in guests. We'll write some code together. We'll have a good time, and do a 12-hour long celebration stream. And we'll check out all kinds of different projects, different things that we've done over the 2+ years that we will have been streaming together. Now I say 2+ years because my 2-year streamiversary is November 22nd. I will be just back from Las Vegas, and that we'll do something special for that. So we're not going to hit 10,000 followers in a month. As much as I might try, we won't hit that. According to Social Blade, we'll hit that in about February. I'm expecting it to be more like March. But we'll see. If we hit that, when we hit that number, I will set up and I will schedule this celebration, this 12-hour celebration. So, yes, it is a Friday. It's the day I would be flying home from Las Vegas. November 22nd, that is. So, will any Scots make an appearance? I'm going to try my darndest. I know if I ask nicely, I can get 2 Scots to make an appearance. I might be able to get the Great Scott to tune in and say hello. It would be tremendous if I could make that happen. I don't know. No guarantees, but we'll see. But yes, we want to make sure that we can invite a Scot, several Scots, to join us and say hello that day. So that's what I'm thinking, is a little a celebration, 12-hour celebration stream, writing code together, inviting some of those friends in. ScotConf, that's a different event, Lannon. Different event. So we'll see. There's a lot that's going to happen between now and then. I mean, that's about 3-4 months off. Maybe shorter. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your pets. Sign up and follow us here on Twitch. So, there's another follower. Thank you so much, Casper. Appreciate you joining us. And I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. So, here is where we're going to receive our notification for this webhook. Receive the webhook notification. And that notification is going to look like... Nope, not there. Right? It's gonna look like this. Good to see you, Casper. Fall In is gonna ask the cat and kids. Great idea, Fall In. Set up the cat. The cat loves Twitch and all the funny things that happen here, okay? But I've got to warn you.
Wait, Master. It might be dangerous.
if that cat starts following on Twitch, they might really get hooked on what is it called? Our Chicken Life? Is that the channel with the chickens? Right? Might get hooked on that. Be careful. They really like the chicken streams, okay? Top of the morning to you, Fixter Jake. Good to see you. We should be fine as long as we don't cross the Scots on stream. Ooh, you're not wrong, Wheelchair Sean. You're not wrong.
You're amazing. You figured this all out already.
You did. You figured this all out. Let me see here. There is a plugin to Visual Studio Code that should allow me to paste this as classes. Do I have that installed? Can you show me a little bit more than that? Reload required on some of these. Really? Alright, let's reload. Let's see what happens. We should have a Scott visual effect too, says Janescu. Well, here's the thing, Janescu. We do have a visual effect for them when folks cheer. So that's a thing. There is a... Right, it's a paste... It allows me to paste JSON as code. There we go. Copy JSON, paste as Go, TypeScript, bingo. I want to do this. Check this out. So this is a feature that's also available inside of, and I'll let the installs happen there. This is also available in full Visual Studio, but it's available in Visual Studio Code. What it'll allow you to do is paste some of that JSON directly as C#. So instead of this payload coming in as whatever type this is, I'm going to paste that payload, and it's going to convert it into a C# class that we'll be able to parse and handle. So, oh good, it's enabled already. Fantastic. And look at that, it installed the latest beta versions of these. Remember when we were fighting with this a day or two ago? I tell you. Well, now it just works. Alright, so what I should be able to do, low disk space, only has 460 meg remaining. I don't care. I don't care. Alright. Sure. Some projects have trouble loading. No! Alright. So I'm going to copy this. And I should be able to say paste JSON as types. Yeah. Oh, the top level name. Oh, okay. So let's call this Twitch Webhook Payload. And there it is. Public partial class, Twitch Webhook Payload, JSON property, and then here's our data point that it has for us. Nice. So, and then we've got a static to convert from JSON and to JSON. Ooh. Some converter things. I don't really need to do the conversion stuff because I'm going to be receiving it, right? This stuff I'm okay with. I don't need this because I'm going to model bind. So I don't need these features. Let's get rid of this. I don't need serialize either. Twitch Webhook Payload. I don't need that either. Like I said, I'm going to model bind to this. QuickType.io, we could do that. Recarbonauts, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. I see folks are clicking the unfollow button, trying to be the last person to follow. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that doesn't work. Good to see you. What's my job title at Microsoft? Do I stream from Microsoft, or is this like a side job? Asks Devil Dog Tech Nerd. I am a program manager at Microsoft on the .NET team. I help organize and plan educational content and blog content for folks. So if you go to Ignite, if you go to Build, if you go to the Microsoft MVP Summit, the content, the .NET content that you see at those events, I've planned. If you go to Dev Intersection and some other technical events, I've helped plan and make some of those events happen as well. So thank you so much for the follow there. Let me see here. And is this like a side job? No, this has very much become my job, showing off and encouraging folks how you can use .NET. So we're pretty excited about this. Generated by QuickType. There you go. Look at that. So it actually bounced off of that endpoint. Let's do this. I'm gonna take this. We should move this into maybe the data folder. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna want to put this. So this is going to be Pixelbot Orchestrator data. And I noticed I lost all my notifications there, friends. My IntelliSense has started failing me again. I'm not happy about that. What was this called? Twitch Webhook Payload. I think that's what it was, right? Paste that in. Twitch Webhook Payload. Hey, I got it right. And my namespace is right. Let's move these using statements. Move them up there. I also noticed my screencast keys have turned off. So there's something there that's not working properly either. Why did it do it as a partial class? Is it trying to just be cautious and helpful? Yeah, it's trying to be cautious. If there's other features that we want to add to this, we can regenerate this class, and our features, the methods that we add to the class, are somewhere else and they continue to work. So that's kind of what happens with partial classes, right? I can also define, write another class in another file, right, and put methods here. Right, put this in another file, regenerate this file, and no big deal, right? I haven't impacted, I haven't blown away my handwritten methods by using a partial class. So that's why one of the reasons you use partial classes. So now I should be able to receive a Twitch Webhook payload as my API that's being posted here. So that's going to be received from the body, and that's a Twitch Webhook. It was a lower h payload. Let's call this model. Right? Yep. There we go. And I'll do something with that at some point. In issue since the reload, it did notify that there were problems. Yeah, look at that. I don't even know why it's loading some of these things. Right? Successfully loaded my projects. That's all I care about. Well, no, we did hit the rainbow beard. We did hit the rainbow beard. This is going to be different. You can check out in the panels just below the video. We hit our rainbow beard goal. We hit the 8,000. I will dye my beard rainbow for Dev Intersection in Las Vegas. So that will absolutely be a thing. Mia Zupan asks, will I be at .update? I'm not familiar with .update. What's .update? Yes, it will look so sweet. At Dev Intersection, I'll be on stage with my friend Richard Campbell. I may even be interviewing the vice president who's the head of my division wearing a rainbow beard. Yeah, that might be a thing. That might be a little weird. No, that's going to be a lot weird. But it's a salute to you, my Twitch followers and friends. Mary Jo Stabler is here. It's so good to see you.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Greetings. Just say stereo... Just stay serious on stage. Will I be... No, Cyber Benny. I will not be kissing her. I don't do that kind of thing with colleagues and professional folks that I have acquaintances with. No. I have interviewed, however, a vice president while having my beard dyed purple. The Update Conference. No. Not familiar with that conference. Do you have a link that you could share me, Zupan? And I'll be, yeah. That's how you get a promotion. No, bad idea. Sika Player, good to see you. It's going well. Okay, so this is where we're going to receive that webhook payload. However, when we do the subscription, when we receive the notification, right, when we set up the subscription, When you submit a request to subscribe to an event, your request is asynchronously validated to confirm you're allowed to create the subscription. Hey. Depending on the results of the validation, Twitch responds by sending you one of two GET requests. Okay. So I need to set up a GET request that'll receive this payload. Okay. So let's set that up. So this will be an HTTP GET. Public, I'm noticing my references here bouncing up and down. Action result, that's what it is. And this will be a GET. And I don't know what it's going to be receiving. I don't know what that payload looks like yet. So once again, I'm just going to return OK here. Right, and this is me just building out scaffolding to match the definition of a webhook from Twitch. I did have the purple beard and interviewed people at Microsoft Build. Yes, the update conference in Prague. I'm not familiar with that. Let me take a look-see here. Update conference, Prague 2019. No, actually, when this event is going on, I will be at Dev Intersect. No, that's a weekend, isn't it? That is... Yes. I will be at Tech Bash. I am keynoting Tech Bash in the Pocono Mountains. That's not it. There it is. Hey, there I am. I'll be keynoting here about keeping your skills current in an open source world. So I will be there that week. I will not be in Prague. It's a little known fact. I don't get invited to speak at events outside the States. That's just a thing that happens. I will be crashing TwitchCon Amsterdam in May. That's on that's my own plans. I'll be there. But more power to the folks at that update conference in Prague. Boom Boom has a comment here. They have a problem with new hires, even when their seasoned developers have difficulties with source code management. Words like push, branch, rebase seem completely foreign. It's very difficult to teach them the necessary tools. Yeah, that's difficult. Source control. So let's talk about that for a second. Source control, I think, for developers is now table stakes. You, as a developer, I don't care what language you're developing in. You should, even as a junior developer, you should know a little bit about source control, enough to be dangerous, I say. You'll hear me use that phrase a lot. I know just enough about Java to be dangerous, right? I know just enough about Android development to be dangerous. I know just enough about Python development to... I don't really know Python development. I can't back that one up.
Do it live!
Maybe we will. Anyways, but source control, I think, is table stakes. You should know something about getting things from source control, committing things to source control, checking things out, branching. There's some basics to Git interaction. And I say Git because it's the most popular source control right now that's available. Is that bit 12 or is it by 12? Thanks so much for the follow. And GD Lucas, thank you for the follows as well. This number is off. We've had some unfollows. We are at 5 to go, is what I'm seeing here on the Twitch dashboard. I'm going to refresh that and update the board here because some folks thought they'd be funny and click the unfollow button on us. Yeah, we are 5 to go, according to this. So I'm going to update that. Give me 1 second here and we will take a look back. There we go. All right. But thank you for those follows. I appreciate it and look forward to seeing you in the chat rooms. Yeah, TwitchCon EU is at the same time as an F1 race in Amsterdam. They never mentioned source control in Robert Table's college program. Yeah, see, that's a problem, and that's something that I think we as a technical community should encourage our universities and colleges, places of higher education. Source control in the science and engineering departments, source control is a thing because you have a lab, a lab. It's not a manual; it's a lab notebook where you're actually taking notes in triplicate because there's carbon paper between your lab notebook pages. That's how they're doing source control. You take out the copy that you wrote and your lab notebook stays in the lab. That's source control for those folks, because there's your changes. That's what you wrote. You can't change that because the source of record is different. Bill Gates did not buy GitHub. Bill Gates has not been with Microsoft for some time, but Microsoft bought GitHub, yes. Different folks, but yes. What do we have there? Michael Jolly. Haven't been stoked to go to the post office in a long time. Yes. Bunch of our Live Coder friends got their jerseys this weekend. Very cool stuff. Oh my gosh, let me catch up here. Twitchcon is an amazing event, and I hope to see a lot of our live coding friends in Europe, in Amsterdam, in May. Learn so much more about source control as a developer for a gaming community than your classes, says Fixter Jake. Yes. The scooters were a blast. Lime, Lyft, there were all these motorized scooters around San Diego. It was great to be able to take them at the end of the day from one hotel to another, or restaurants or wherever. Really easy to get around town. At university, you had a GitLab server. Okay, GitLab, GitHub, as long as you've got some authoritative source control, it's important. Motorized scooters were fun. Binary digit, they were. Good morning, Lily Hazel. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'm trying to find a good sound effect to play for Lily here. Hang on. Can you give me a second here, chat room? 1 second. No. Maybe this one. Yeah, there's Lily Hazel.
It's alive!
Maybe too much.
You're amazing. You figured this all out already.
Yeah, there we go. So Git is free, easy for anybody to use, and you can get a free subscription to GitHub, and you can load all your source code up there. I also use Bitbucket. That's available for you free if you want to use it for open source projects, even for a couple private projects. Azure DevOps has source control as well. That's free and easy to use. There's no reason not to use source control with all these free places that you can stash your source code using Git. Fun fact, the UK government uses source control for its laws. That's a great idea, because there are a lot of advantages to be gained from knowing exactly which laws changed when and why. Changelog is key. Yes. Florin Pop 17. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. All right. So we will be we'll be visiting TwitchCon Europe in May. So let's get back into our webhooks here. Let's talk about this. And that is the right number. Oh, no. It should be 97. We are 3 followers away. All right, I got to resynchronize here. The Stream Elements follower count doesn't synchronize on a regular basis. And that's an issue that I've raised with them, and we'll hopefully see that addressed here. You're new to Twitch. How do I know if my Prime subscription renewed for the sub for your channel? You'll see a renewed button just above the corner. This top right corner here, when it's time to renew your subscription. And you'll be able to pull that down and choose Twitch Prime. It's a little bit further down in the box that pops up, but you'll see that in the list. And you will get a notification. Yep. So, all right, we've got a way to receive the verification. I don't know what the verification looks like from this webhook, so we'll take a look at that over here in the reference. So we're going to post, we're going to specify where the callback goes. We're going to subscribe. So this is the notification that we need to send out to subscribe. And we should receive some notification back. What does that look like? Well, wait a sec. Right. All right. Then, as a call to a webhook returns in its payload the same data as a call to the corresponding endpoint in the new Twitch API. Does that make sense to you, chat room? I don't know. We're gonna have to tinker with this. So here's the thing. Right, there should be a verification in here, right? No. No. And we're also going to need to encrypt it as well. All right. Somebody's got to have an example of how to do this. But sending that initial notification, we want to manage those notifications over here in the actor. And we're also going to need to make this disposable so that when we're done listening to actors, to follower notifications, we should send unsubscription notifications as well. Yes, Prime does not auto-renew. Space Cat, it's so good to see you. Welcome.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And Space Cat is here. Let me see here. So, actors receive notifications to do things, right? And we set up the messages that say, here's what we need to do with this receive async method here. And I think we're going to do something very similar with adding a channel to track. We're going to need to do that and keep track of that list of channels somewhere. Now, this isn't necessarily the best place to do this. Channels to monitor was a list. What we might run into here is if our follower service is running on multiple hosts, that string, that list, will not be populated across them. We're going to have to up that game at some point and put it on a central repository. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to set up to be able to receive this information, and I should also receive a logger. That's not a bad idea. To have a chat logger available to me here so I can do something with that. So I'm going to copy these two methods, paste them in here. That's not the right place. That's not the right place. I want a constructor. Ha! There we go. Follower service actor, and I'm going to have some parameters. I don't know what they are yet. Okay. Follow. Oh, we do need the follow hub context because this is how we're going to notify SignalR that something happened. All right. So I need to get some using statements here. So the hub context is a SignalR artifact that allows me to do live interactions, pushing information to clients that are listening somewhere out there on the web. Hopefully, where our follower train widget is. I'm going to generate this as a read-only property. So I have a chat logger, good, and it knows that that's an actor. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to receive the track new followers message. We need a using statement for that. Thank you. And we're going to call a method called add channel to track. And this is going to do something different for us. There we go. We need to stash a copy of that context that was received up here. And I think we're in good shape now to start figuring out what we need to do here. Let me catch up with chat room real quick. Prime does not auto-renew, so you have to wait until there's a resubscribe button. Yes. That's right. Well, shucks, Space Cat. It's good to see you. This means they reused in the webhooks the same pogo classes they used with the Twitch lib. Maybe. Thank you for the follow. 10 Rager. 2 followers to go now. 2 to go. Since this means we're going to run on a public endpoint for Twitch to call, it's going to be easiest to add logging to it so we can prove all this wires up okay since testing via remote debugging is hard. Or, Simon Jeering, we're going to start checking out ngrok here in a second. Thank you for the follow, Flash Dancer. Oh my gosh. 1 follower to go, and we're going to give away a sticker pack here live. Space Cat says, want to know a secret? Yes, I do. Please.
Once again, things that could have been brought to my attention yesterday!
Space Cat might go to Twitchcon 2020. Woohoo! That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. I like that they notified us that TwitchCon, the 2020 TwitchCon dates way ahead of time, so that hopefully as many of you that want to go as possible can go and we can meet up. And I want to make sure that we have a live coders team meetup, an official meet up on the floor with any viewers, any folks that want to meet up with us and get to know folks on the team. I think it's become a thing now with the success of the team dinner that we had at Twitchcon 2019. There'll be a private team dinner for all the team members, but I definitely want to make sure that we have a meetup available for folks who want to meet some of the live coders. So, Mia Zupan, better start booking those apartments for May. Prices are already crazy. Yeah, I've got to do that once I've got a thing happening here. So a live coder con. So here's the thing. I want to encourage all the live coders, whatever technical conferences or meetups they go to, try and connect with some of the other live coders there. Wear jerseys, whatever you feel comfortable. You've got a jersey now to kind of advertise that you're a live coder and your channel name on the back. And spread some of the love about what we do here. Reboot Tech says it makes sense. There's a Twitch API for subs and the message you can call directly instead of receiving a subscription payload. Sounds like the payload is likely the response to the subscription call API. I think you're on to something. Have I used Azure Relay yet? It's similar to ngrok. I have not. Live Coder Lub. Yeah, a little bit. TBD Gamer actually got the okay to attend TwitchCon next year. There you go. That's terrific. There it is, 8100. Marshall Lincoln, congratulations. You are follower 8100. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Friends, we just hit another milestone. I'm going to take a second here, and we're going to do a sticker giveaway. We're going to do a sticker giveaway right now. If you're in the chat room, if you want a chance to win some stickers, I'm not giving away a Code Party hat this time. This is a sticker pack. As won a C# Fritz sticker pack. All right. Oh my gosh, M-Stew. Thanks so much for the resub.
Just resubscribed for 2 months.
There you go. If you want to win a pack of stickers, there's about 6 or 7 stickers that come in the pack. Exclamation point here in the chat room, and you'll get a chance to win. Let me know that you're out there and you want to win some stickers. You're the best. No, that's a bad song. No, we don't want that. You could win some... No, that's a bad song too. We won't do that one. That one, no. We'll let the Jeopardy theme music go. Let me know if you're interested in winning stickers. 30 folks in the... Go Live Coders. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'll even... I'll do this. I'll even throw in a Live Coders button in this sticker pack. All right? I've got hundreds of these. And we'll throw in one of those. Exclamation point here. And you can win a set of stickers, and I'll throw in a Live Coders button for you. All right? Any more? Anybody else? 33 of you. There's a heck of a lot more than 33 people here. There we go. Janescu asks, what are Live Coders? Oh, come on now. Live Coders is the name of the Twitch stream team that we've started here. You can see the link to it just below. Exclamation point Live Coders. And you can see at livecoders.dev. All the folks that are on the team, thank you for the follow. Thoringe, welcome. And you can learn a little bit more about all the folks that are writing code here live in a very teaching-oriented way, so that you can learn more about software, about technology. Lots of great folks out there. Ah, the bot doesn't have it. And do I need a new hat? I need a Live Coders hat. We might do something with that, maybe. Michael Jolly's daughter's backpacks are now decked out with Live Coders buttons. Ah, that's great. All right. I think it's time. Let's do this. Let's give away another sticker pack. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, yeah, the dancing dog. Absolutely. Our friend Quiltoni's been on the road so much, she hasn't had a chance to do this. And we haven't seen We haven't seen her dancing with the dog when they do the giveaways on stream. Here we go. And the winner is Rambling Geek. Congratulations. You just won a pack of stickers, and I'm even going to throw in the live coders. Our friend Lucky Number 7, when he took back the jerseys to our friends in Europe, he didn't. I don't think I gave him any extra buttons to give out to friends. So Rambling Geek, let me drop you a whisper real quick here. Well done. All right. Reply with your address, and I'll send out the sticker pack.
Moist Booty Boy just resubscribed for 4 months. Woot woot.
Thank you so much, MBB, for the resub. But wait! MStew!
MStew just gifted 5 subs.
5 subs to the channel. That's going to give, that's going to be a bunch of donations to our friends at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And let's see here. Dr. Argus, FD God 92, Nick Larson, Sika Player, and Ramen Tran. Congratulations. You all just got subs. Thanks to our friend MStewGT. Thank you very much for that. And the Zivin.
Thexin just resubscribed for 5 months.
Thanks so much for that sub. We'll make another donation. Oh my goodness. The sub train is hot tonight. Thank you so much for that. Yep, and we'll make some more donations. Thank you very, very much. And congratulations, Rambling Geek. You're going to get some stickers. Let's turn the music back up. That is so awesome. Love seeing the gift subs. Really generous. Thank you. Yeah, we do need to update the response. You're right. Yes, the donation this quarter is going to be to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So, oh, don't key in your username when it says your password. Key in your password when it says ask you for your password. All right. So now my actor is configured to be able to receive a message that says, okay, we need to track new followers for these. Holy crow! MBB!
Moist Boy just gifted 20 subs.
Everything is awesome.
Major gifted 10 subs.
10 more subs! That's 30 gift subs just went to the community. Holy crow! Oh, are you kidding? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Moist Booty Boy. Thank you, Major Advil. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for all those gift subs. Let me read off some names for folks here. Yellow Tarragon, Morzel, Boom Boom, 3Ever, Your Vice, Antosha 789, Alethea Island, Harlem, J Roseguard, Janescu, Dane Alex, Camperino, Is Cold as Ice, Silly Porridge, Cara Varlot, DJ Bass 101, Glitch 3D Out, Grandmaster Tux, Crun Criz, Robot Baby Tiger. Congratulations. You all just got gift subs from our friend Moist Booty Boy. Major Advil gave subs to Henkel 109, X302, Bitter Pie Bill, Beck Bristow, Alligator Blood, The Bandit Dave, Takudu Kiari, Hot Creasy, Codescu, JT Som. Congratulations. You all just got subs. Thanks to our friends Major Advil. Thank you so much, everybody. Yes, all of our cheers, all of our subs this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. I need to finish building out the panel, but it's just below me there in the on the video wall. Thank you very, very much for that. Tremendous. Wow. Yes, each quarter I give to different charities. So, thank you very much. Thank you so much for those. That's very kind of everybody. All right. So, absolutely, tons of love there for that. So, wow. Wow, I am so flattered. I'm still kind of like, wow.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, whew. Okay. Michael Jolly?
The Michael Jolly just gifted 10 subs.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Jabba185, Canary. Rebels are Ace Flames here, Fuel Snable, Little Six, Heidi-O, VSU, McKelv, and Isoldus Knight. Congratulations, you just got gift subs thanks to our friend, the Michael Jolly. Another one of the live coders. Catch him later this afternoon, live on Twitch. He'll be hosted here on this channel as well. Thank you, Michael Jolly, for that. Keeping that train going for St. Jude. Absolutely. This is a pretty great community. Very positive, very uplifting. And we're gonna, yeah, we make these donations. So, okay. For right now, I'm gonna stash in that add channels to track. I'm gonna stash that in a, very, very good point there, Janescu. Positive vibes. Who's next? I don't know. I'm going to make this a private static read-only list with a list of the channels to subscribe to, to follow, right? Oh my gosh. Is it going to give me? Yes. So I have this list out here. Actually, I should make it a hash set. If I make this a hash set, that's not how you spell hash set. I say that a lot, don't I? What? What? What do you mean you don't know what a hash set is? That's better. Right? A hash set allows me to just add to it blindly, and I don't have to go and figure out if it's already in there. And it should be a capital S. There we go. Dinner time for Johan. Well, thanks so much. Big hype in the channel. Absolutely. Look at all the emotes. I love seeing all the emotes go flying by. Subscribers get to send your emotes flying by the screen if you'd like. It is a tremendous community here. I am so proud. I am so flattered to be able to broadcast and work with the community of viewers and technologists that we have out there. It is really, really great.
I'm Scott, I'm new here.
JSP87, thanks for bringing your Twitch Prime sub to us. Welcome. You're going to get a purple hat on notification badge, subscription badge, and you get to use 17 emotes and throw emotes on the screen if you'd like, whenever the spirit moves you. So when I add channels to track, right, I need, so I'm going to, right, we're going to need to, I need to check if the channel is already subscribed to with the Webhook API. Thank you for the follow. Coldzer007, welcome. But then I'm going to say, right, follower channels, add the name of the channel. So now I've got a list of the channels that I'm following so that later, when we tear down this, we can go through and unsubscribe to all of those so that we're not listening for them and doing nothing, right? We should probably also notify the chat logger that, hey, there's a thing, we're following something. So what I should be able to do here is, I should be able to send a chat log message to this. So let's do that. So let's say chat logger tell, right? And this is how we tell, we pass messages back and forth between the various actors in the actor model here. So we're going to pass a new chat log message, and the log level that we're going to send, log level, there we go. I don't want all that. Get rid of all that namespace stuff, and I'll generate a using. No, this one. I'm also going to need, let's see what else comes up here. This is debug information, And the message, the channel that we're sending it to is arg. Well, no, we should send this globally. Something like that, I think. And we'll send a message, now tracking followers for channel, and I'll specify the name of the channel. There it is, channel name. So this, right with the dollar in front of the quotes, this is how C# does string interpolation. So in JavaScript, it of course is backtick, and then you can do dollar curly braces to get string interpolation where it'll format and drop in whatever command, whatever value there. In C# you put the dollar before the quotes, and you can do, yes, I said that programming language, and you can do curly braces and drop in whatever output you want to put in there from your C# code. So that will output that information. And then I think that's, well, maybe I do need to tell, no. Yeah, I think that's fine. PHP uses the same dollar to indicate string interpolation. Oh, thank you, Stelzy. I did not know that. And now I know a little more about PHP. Okay. Devil Dog Tech Nerd with the Twitch Prime
Devil
sub.
Tech Nerd just resubscribed for 2 months.
Thanks so much for that. Coldzer, you're also a software developer using C#. Well, welcome. Good to see you. Good morning, Mike Sai. Good to see you. Another Twitch partner hanging out here on the stream. Appreciate that. Is the Pixelbot on GitHub? Yes, it is, Reboot Tech. Here, I'll tell you what, you know what, we need to put that in the project command so folks know what I'm working on here. And I need to hustle here a little bit, you know what I mean? Here's the source code for it. Tim Blazer!
Tim_Blazer just gifted 5 subs.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for those gift subs. And Johan B just with the resub.
Just resubscribed for 16 months.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Simon Jeering, Quinn Kali, Ninja Ola, Just a Viewer, and Kazanti. You just got subscriptions thanks to our friend Tim Blazer. Thank you so much for gifting those Twitch subs. Everybody is gifting Twitch subs. Yes, it is not Christmas yet, no. And thank you for the new follow. Appreciate that. Is connecting to Twitch webhooks with the Pixelbot project at, and there's our GitHub link. There you go. So you can ! project in the chat room and it'll tell you all about it. All right. So, wow, so much activity. Oh my goodness. Okay. Very cool. So this will add a channel to track. Can I tell async? No, I can't. All right, fine. Return task. Completed task. Thank you for the follow, Egoist. Appreciate you joining us. And G Soster, it's not going to give you the project right back immediately just because I just fired it. It'll take a couple of seconds for the cooldown to fire before you can, for the cooldown to pass before you can trigger that again. So, all right, so I'm notifying when I have a new channel to track, but I need to check if the channel is already subscribed to. Okay, so if we've already subscribed to it, I don't need to do anything else. So if follower channels contains the channel name, return, right, just finish now, don't do anything. But if it doesn't, right, here's where we need to do the actual subscribe. We need to notify Twitch. We need to send that out there. So let's just write a command. Let's call this, let's say, await subscribe to Twitch webhook. And we'll pass in the channel name. Right? So think about this, right? I want to make my logic inside this method as simple as possible. I don't want to go through and have it do all the goo with connecting an HTTP client and doing all the request things and managing response messages. No. Put all that somewhere else so that it's very clear that when we add a channel to track, we're going to first make sure that we are not already checking that channel. If it already does, stop. Subscribe to the Twitch webhook. record that we're following that channel, log that information, and return a completed task. Makes sense. So what I'll do now is I'll create an async method here that will do exactly that task. So I'll take care in here to do that thing appropriately. In Akka, a tell goes off to do stuff asynchronously and almost immediately returns. Yes, it does. It almost immediately returns. And that's a very good thing, to be able to pick up and see that speed happen. Now, why is this still red here? Ah, because this isn't async. Now that works. Okay. Which means I don't need this return down here anymore, because I'm going to fire this asynchronously. So receive async. Good. Okay. We're good there. So now down here I need to somehow trigger my HTTP client to go and notify Twitch, hey, I want to follow this channel appropriately. I just want to do a return here now. Cool. So, which means I need to receive an HTTP client somehow. All right. So that means I need another argument coming in here, and I'm going to receive an HTTP. I think I want to do HTTP client factory, and we'll call this HTTP client factory. There we go. Give me a control dot on that so I get my using system.net. No. Create an initialize field. Nah, actually, I don't want that. Thank you for the follow. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. I'd like to buy a vowel. Welcome. It's good to see you. So what I'm going to do here is the HTTP client factory gives us a way to interact with the HTTP clients, right? Which is a very expensive operation in .NET. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a HTTP client, and I'll call this, let's call this the Twitch Webhook client that we're going to create. And we're going to need one of these. So we will create a read-only field for that. Okay. Which also means, now that we have this stashed as a value here inside of our actor, when the actor is being when it's being deallocated, we need to override and say dispose of that HTTP client. So I'm going to come down here to the end and make sure that we clean up that HTTP client appropriately. So there's an override method we can override here. As it's being stopped here, right? I thought there was like an after post stop. Now, why didn't it give me the complete thing? Excuse me. The complete syntax there. What do you mean it's... Hang on. I'm overriding... yeah, around post stop. And it doesn't complete it for me. What does that look like? Can I get a little bit of syntax here, friends? It's a void. Can be overridden to intercept calls to post stop. Okay. Right. And it's probably protected. Right? Is it protected or is it public? Yep, it should be public. Rats. Do we get that now? There we go. All right. So as that's happening, I want to take the client and I want to dispose of it. There we go. You just unfollow file to see if the numbers at the bottom of the screen work. They do not. No, these buttons, those do not track appropriately. That's a Stream Elements thing. Thank you for the follow, Lazy Nut. Welcome. All right, let's do this. I'm keeping an eye on the time. Sunday afternoons are typically a train of live coders here, coding back to back to back here on stream, and I think we're gonna see our friend Suze Hinton, the no-op cat, come up here next. So this says around when this actor is deallocated and it starts stopping, we're going to dispose of the client. Yeah. And after that, I want to make sure that I call the base method so it appropriately does all the other things when it stops. So, I've created a HTTP client factor up here. I need to seed it. I need to tell ASP.NET Core to make that thing available. So over here in Startup, I am going to add, here we go, an HTTP client factory here, and we'll start configuring it. Add HTTP client, there we go. And we can specify names and all kinds of things for how it should be configured here. For right now, I'll define my one client here, and we called that one client Twitch Webhook. Okay. And there's a configure client action that we'll take here. So let's call this config. So this is an action. This is an anonymous callback, right? It's a delegate that we're providing. We're specifying right here. So we're going to say config dot, where is it? There is a base address. So the URI that we're going to go to, right, where we're going to go to subscribe, it's already been specified for us. Any news on the Twitch Points API? No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. No Opcat is going to have a long set of streams today, absolutely. Daniel's working on Identity Server 4. Well, that's awesome, Daniel. Very cool stuff. Veshok, you're new here. Glad to see someone doing C#. What am I building and what am I implementing right now? I am working on this project, and we're connecting to Twitch webhooks so that we can put up a widget as soon as a follower hits the channel, and that'll create a train type of effect. So we're adding an HTTP client here so we can send out webhook subscriptions. So we're going to post to API Twitch TV Helix Webhooks Hub. That's where we're going to post to for this. So I'm going to copy that URL. Thank you for the follow. Gun3463, welcome. Hucking Fackers, your name is Jeff. Oh, fantastic. Mine is too. You've chosen wisely. Worship the Sofa, welcome. Appreciate you joining us. So we have a base address for that configuration. I think we also need to specify a header that includes our client information. I don't see it here. I don't see any specification on this. Also see this over here. Authorization with a bearer token to get the webhook subscriptions. Well, a bearer token means I need to be logged in. I do have a bearer token. It is available to me. I could use it. Maybe I do need that. I mean, it's not too hard to do. Hello, crows. Good to see you. So I could reach in and grab that. So, thank you for the follow. Physico, welcome. Okay, so if I need to pass the authorization, right? So let's copy and, right? So we'll say default request headers add. Yeah, there we go. The name and the values. Well, okay, the name is authorization, and the values are going to be bearer. Right, so we carry along our authentication information. And instead of that goo that was provided to us, I'm actually going to pass in our authentication that's stored in our configuration. Not there. There. That's the authorization that we have. So it's going to be bot config password. Right? That's so configuration, right? That should be available to me. There we go. Bot config, and I can walk that configuration hierarchy with a colon here. And it was password. That's not how you spell password. There it is. Okay. There we go. So now I've added that configuration so that it can make that authenticated request out there. Worship the Sofa made their first pull request to an open source project today. Congratulations, Worship the Sofa. Welcome to the technical community. Welcome to the open source community. It might not be my project, but welcome. That's so great. Thank you so much for choosing to participate in open source, in the open source community. Oh, that bear that carries the bearer token. Yes, Stealthy. Yes, the bearer token. I got you. Can I show the VS Code add-ons I have installed? I'll take a quick peek. Sure, I'll show you what we have here. No, clear that. Here's the ones that I've enabled. I only have 8 right now enabled, but there they are on the screen. I should share my VS Code add-ons using a settings sync. I've done that in the past. It is available on the GitHub, and I need to go back and update that. So, but yeah, I don't mind sharing those. Sure, if you want to take a look and grab them, or if you want to suggest something, sure. All right. So, so now whenever I request a Twitch webhook HTTP client, thank you for the follow, Mayflower. Welcome. I'll always get it pre-configured with this address and with these headers. So what I'll be able to do then, backing up one. Oh wait, that goes to a get on Helix webhooks subscriptions. Maybe I need to go to just like that. Yeah. Yeah. Because when I subscribe, oh my gosh. When I go to subscribe, I want to make sure that I hit it's slightly different payload, but on that webhooks piece of information. If you want to put a project as web source on Git, asks Copperbeardy, do you have to have any particular setting for it to be recognized as open source? Several things that you should do to publish an open source project. You should have a license in your project. This project has the MIT license. So you get to use this commercially. You can modify it as much as you want. You can distribute it as much as you want. You can use it privately. Thank you for the sub.
Hucking Fack has just resubscribed for 2 months. Developers.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. But you also, down here at the bottom, there'll be a button here if your project is private to make it public instead. Just click that button and it'll make it publicly available. But folks can't really use or contribute unless there is a license in there. MIT is one of the most permissive licenses. That's right, Reboot. Thank you for the follow, PyroCat. Appreciate you joining us, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. If you make a workspace for the project, you can list recommended extensions there for anyone working on the project. Oh, I didn't know you could do that, Simon Jeering. Thank you. Oh, congratulations, Copperbeardy. Yes. And our friends in the Live Coders team we're starting to build out our GitHub repository. We're starting to do some things over there. You'll see that grow. I know there's a number of folks that have submitted applications to join the team. I'm going to review those over the next few days, and we're going to get some new folks added to the team. Let's see if we can get this team over 90 live coders on the team. Always great to welcome folks that are doing good things to increase science and technology education here on Twitch. Oh my gosh, 8111? we're making that happen. Oh my goodness. Barreling towards 10,000. Where does that happen? Asks Dr. Argus. If you go to the Live Coders page, click the Live Coders page just below here, the team link. There's a link in there to the GitHub repository. Open an issue, fill it out, and there's a template in there for application to join the team. Fill it out, and we'll review. Thank you for the link, Lannon. Will I be moving any Fritz and Friends projects to the Live Coders GitHub? I don't know. There's been some discussion about sharing some projects amongst the teams. I don't know. There's an opportunity for some of them, for sure. There definitely is. Okay, so when I want to subscribe to a new follower, right? So that was over here. No, that wasn't it. Here it was. So I want to send a post to webhooks/hub. So I'm at that. So over here, add channel. So if we want to submit and specify, right, we're going to say client dot, we're going to post async, right? So we're going to need to await this. What are we posting? To the request URI, the request location is hub. I can specify that relative to the rest of the API, and the rest of the API URL that we specified already, and it'll carry that along, and some new content. Well, the content I need to specify are going to be the callback, right? The URL that we want it to notify to. The mode, so these are subscriptions. The topic, okay, so that's going to be the user follows topic. Number of seconds until the subscription expires. Now, while we're in debug mode, I think this is we're going to want to keep this small so that we don't get notifications sometime later on while we're in debug mode, sometime, significantly later. So maybe we just make this like 5 minutes or something, just to make it so that we're not excessively taxing the API. Hub.secret. Okay. So is there a structure of what this looks like? So this is the GitHub webhook subscriptions. Yeah. Right. What's this one? Get videos. No. Let me go up to the top of this. Holy crow. Just go to the top. Thank you. Is it even here? Moderation, streams, get stream markers, subscriptions, users. Okay, the only one that's here is get webhook subscriptions. I'd like to see an example of what this looks like. Small Bacon!
Small Bacon just resubscribed for 8 months. Linux. Keep up the great work.
That's right, we're doing Linux over here. Thanks so much. Live Coders bot. There is talk about doing a Live Coders bot. Yes. Our friend, maybe you've seen her stream. Ninja Bunny 9000 has a really neat set of features in her bot where she wrote text-to-speech in there where it announces not just who the new followers are, but when other Live Coder team members appear, it does a warning and announces that, hey, this Live Coder team member is in chat. Kind of neat. Starting work on a Z80 emulator. Oh my goodness. That'll be some fun to build. Vector will do that on your channel. That's cool. It is in Python, yes. So we should be able to convert that and use it in different languages. Ninja Bunny's bot. All right, because she prefers Python. She wrote in Python. That's great. I feel like there is no sample of what this looks like. And we're going to need to kind of make this up on our own here. No, not Monty Python Small Bacon. No. Small Bacon.
Really the questions that I was called here to answer?
Really? Really, Bacon? Okay. So we're going to need to structure something that looks like this so we can do that interaction. String, 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 int, string. Okay, so they're mostly strings. So let's create what that payload looks like. And I want to be able to make this post JSON async, right? Which is a thing hiding somewhere else that we should be able to do. I'm going to create that payload as an inner class here. And I'll call this Twitch subscription payload. Wait, what was the one that we created in models? It was like the response, wasn't it? Wasn't it? In data, right? Twitch webhook payload. This is the subscription. So let's call this webhook. So, well, we're in the... whatever. Okay. So it's hub.callback, hub.mode. Okay. So let's put some of these on here. So this is a string called callback. No, I went one too far. There we go. Mode. Now the mode is either subscribe or unsubscribe. I feel like we can do better than that. Next one is the topic. I think this one was the int. Yeah, lease in seconds. Okay. The next thing we need to send them is a secret. And this is the secret used to sign the payloads. Okay. No. String secret. There we go. All right. So we have these properties defined inside this class. Why am I not getting my syntax highlighting? Why don't you? No. That's fine. Hey, Alka. Good to see you. Webhooks. Absolutely. So we need to pass this in as the hub object. Right? So that's going to be string. So what I could do, right? Right. There's a thing here. Where is it? String content. Right. I think we can say like new string content. Yeah, and then the content as a string. But we want to serialize the subscription payload. Okay. So is that not tabs right? Okay. The payload is going to be a new there we go. One of those. And we're going to pass along. Look at all that. All right. The callback. I don't know where that is yet. And that's where ngrok is going to help us. The mode is, I think it was subscribe. Yes. Okay. Next one, the topic. The topic is specific for user follows, and it looks like that. So we need to pass that URL for what's called the topic. What's the thing that we want to listen for? So they define the topic, the thing we're listening for with that URL. And that's nice. It gives them a nice, concise way to reference those. So, where'd it go? There was a thing here. There it is. Lease in seconds. So the lease in seconds, I was saying we should make this like 5 minutes. That's 10 minutes. 5 minutes when we're in debug mode here. In fact, let's just, not void, it should be var. Lease in seconds equals 300, and we'll replace this with lease in seconds. There we go. Glenn, thanks so much for the...
resubscribed for 8 months.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that. Hey, maybe you can help me out here, Glenn. Right, I want to do if debug. That actually I could do this as an environment setting, couldn't I? Else, right, and then do end if down here as conditional compilation. Var lease in seconds equals, and we can make it really long. We can make it like an hour, right? That'd be 3600, right? Glenn, we had a question earlier about setting up a webhook endpoint using ASP.NET Core. Did that feature, is that feature integrated with ASP.NET Core 3, or was that something that was in 1 and hasn't been carried forward? I can't remember. A webhook posts events via HTTP. Yes. To your own web service. When they happen, you get some sort of a notification and you can do something with it. Right? That's right. That conditional compilation should fire appropriately there. So after the lease in seconds, this secret, what's the secret used to sign notification payloads? I'm gonna cheat. You know what? No, we should make that we should make that a constant somewhere so that it's introduce constant. Yes. Why is it called V? Well, that's lame. No, don't call it V. Let's call this Twitch secret. Thank you. All right, and let's make that public so that our API can use that also to do the validation. So we get the same data coming back, and eventually we'll make this a read-only static and have it load from somewhere in configuration so that it's not just a cheesy value that we've stored here just for the purposes of testing. Not really. There's a library for it that's been around for a while that Heinrich wrote. Yes, we did some work on and off, but haven't really pursued it. Okay, so there is a library that can help you. It sounds like it might need some open source love. All right. And I'm keeping an eye on the time here today to make sure that we catch up with No Opcat. She's getting ready, so we're going to wrap up here in just a minute or two. So that's the payload that I'm going to send to Twitch. I'm not just going to pass it as string content. I need to specify that it is... Where's my headers? That it's application JSON. You know what? I'm going to go put that in over here. Right? I can specify my content type. No. Where is it? Do I have to add that as a header? Default request headers. I guess I have to add it that way. Is content type in here? Nope. Fine. Content. Now, I always type context for some reason. And we're going to prefer to pass JSON back and forth. I need to double slash that, don't I? Don't I? There we go. Probably with LEDO. You have a Raspberry Pi Twitch bot now. Oh, very cool. You intend to encase it in a 3D printed robot shell. Nice. It's a chat bot that's actually a bot. Ninja Bunny did something similar with her bot. Put it in a case and made it a physical bot, and now she carries it around when she does IRL streams. And she put a speaker on it so that when chat says things, the text-to-speech fires and will actually say things to people around her. But LED eyes and such, oh, that's very cool. There's a thing, and I may have been looking at things to give to live coders. There is a thing. Where is it? You can put eyes on your Raspberry Pi. And that's not at all creepy. Oh yeah. That's a thing. Check that out at Adafruit. It is creepy. Yeah, right? So, that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. There was a similar kit in the Ada box this month. Ooh, neat. All right, so I'm passing application JSON data. up to there. So now I can say new string content, and what I'll do is I'll serialize my payload object and put it behind, right? Well, let's call this, it was called hub, right? If I'm going to make it appear as hub dot these objects, right? I'm going to serialize it so it looks like hub dot whatever. So I'm going to say JSON serializer dot, and this should give me Newtonsoft JSON. I don't want to create. There's a way. Is it JSON convert? Serialize object. There we go. And what I'm going to do here is I want a new object that contains that hub. So I'm going to call this new object hub equals hub. So it should serialize that correctly. Nah, let's call this payload. Go back to that so that I don't confuse this at all. Right? Get rid of the new object. Can we do that? There we go. And hopefully that serializes correctly. Right? So let's call this string payload, because that's what we're going to be uploading. And it goes inside this string content. String payload. Now, hopefully, if I've done this right, it'll set up and do the subscription there. And we'll see and we'll get that interaction happening. So, I am going... So many projects use Newtonsoft JSON nowadays. They do. Newtonsoft JSON is the most popular package on NuGet.org. Really, really great stuff. I'm going to build just to make sure everything builds here. I just did a Control-Shift-B and it should have built. I guess it didn't. All right, fine. Let's go down into... There we go. I could set up a .NET watch command here to just build as I go along, but that's okay. We'll just .NET build on this. All right. So I want to make sure you know, as we're wrapping up here, I want to make sure that you know that the Ludum Dare competition, game development competition, is going on right now, and a bunch of our live coder friends are participating, including Lies Live, Tim Bodette, and Lana Lux. So if you want to see how their game development is going, make sure you check out what's happening, the things that they're doing out there, because they're building a game in the span of a weekend. Okay, a lot of really, really great stuff that they're accomplishing, they're showing, and they're trying to teach folks about what it's like to be a game developer live on Twitch. All right, so make sure you tune in. Make sure you check out the other live coders. Let's see. Channel manager actor could not be found. Follower service actor. Let's see what we got there. I'm clicking you. Why aren't you navigating? There it goes. Follower service actor. Yeah, I created one of those. It's right here. Follower service actor. Why can't you find it? Right? It's right there. I don't know why it doesn't like that. Thank you for the follow. Escape me? Welcome. Appreciate you joining us. Am I in the wrong namespace here or something? Oh, I should be in the actor's namespace. Alright, let's change that. Get rid of this. Try that build one more time. Make sure that that works. Hey, crows. Let's see if that builds. Make sure it builds, and then we'll check it in. Let's see here. Yeah. Everything worked properly there. Let's head over here. So we were talking about source control earlier. Here's a little bit about... Now see, look at that. It's in actors, follower service actor. But I put it under commands. So... Okay. We'll move it up one. We'll move it there. Or am I sure I want to move it? Yes. Move it. Do it. There it is. So git status will show me any changes that I've made in these files, or any new files that I've created, including there's the follower service actor old, the follower controller that we created, and that Twitch webhook payload that we're creating. So let's add these files, and I'm going to do a Twitch add period. Just add all the files that we've changed. You typically want to pick and choose these as you go along, and you can see now they're all queued up to be committed. So I'm going to commit them with a message that says, and I don't even need the -a, starting conversion, and I didn't even get to ngrok today. Maybe we'll take a minute here and talk about ngrok. Of follower service actor to use webhooks. There we go. And now I can push that out to my repository, and it'll be available for folks to see and work with and tinker with my source code. You've not watched Ninja Bunny before, but just followed her after looking at some of her VODs. So Ninja Bunny is, she's in the Seattle area. She's on the West Coast and does some really great streams around Python, around artificial intelligence. And she's also a DJ. She does some really cool IRL streams on the weekends where she's hiking around the Seattle area, the Seattle region, the Puget Sound region. So really, really, really cool stuff. Check out Quill18 as well, doing the same thing. You can drop a shout out to Quill18, !SO space Quill18. She does stream at a civilized time. She streams in the evenings for folks on the West Coast. Yes. Civilized time. What is that? Oh my goodness. But when we get ready to test this, we're going to start pushing information out to... Come on. I told you to... There you go. We're going to push information to this location. We're going to tell it, hey, notify me of something. We need to give it a callback URL. Where is it going to send its notification to? Well, this machine, this VM, isn't on the public internet. So how do we give it an address to connect to? And that's where a service like ngrok comes in. Yeah, I'm inside Ubuntu. Thanks so much. I'm going to be on my Ubuntu browser. There we go. So ngrok is a way for us to set up a tunnel into your local host, and it'll relay information to you from some location that's out there on the web. Has Unity tutorials in C# on YouTube. Really cool. That's great. So we can get started for free here. I think I have a login for ngrok already. I'm already, yeah, let me log in. I should be able to log in with my GitHub. I think I do. It's easy. Download a single binary with 0 runtime dependencies. Hey, yeah, let's do that. Download for Linux. And there's an auth token there that I will hide and make sure folks can't use. There it is. There's ngrok. So I want to extract that. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put it right at the root of my dev folder. Nah, let's put it in here. I've already got ngrok exe in there, but I need to put down the one for Linux as well. Completed successfully. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. So I have an auth token. Running this command will add your account's auth token to your ngrok YAML file. It'll give you more features. Open tunnels will be listed on the dashboard. Fantastic. So this is where we're going to pick up next time, is wiring this up so that we can start receiving messages from Twitch on my ngrok URL and receiving that information, passing it into my my API endpoint so that we can test getting those follower notifications. Easy. It is easy. It really is. This is, wait till you see how easy it is to reroute that information into us. But we've already updated, we've already cleaned up all of our code here today. And I want to thank everybody that gifted subscriptions. They were tremendous. Oh my goodness. So many subscriptions here. Really, really great. Thank you for the follows. Vashak, appreciate that. We crossed the 8,100 follower milestone today. We're going to give away, we already raffled off another set of stickers. We'll send those out to folks. But Ngrox we're going to pick up again on Tuesday when we get back together. Let's set up for that raid. We're going to raid our friend. Of course we're going to raid NoOpCat. If you're a subscriber to the channel, go ahead and copy that first line of text out of the chat room. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, that's okay. Copy the second line of text out of the chat room that the Fritz bot wrote right there. Copy it onto the clipboard. We're going to announce our presence, and we are going to be loud and proud and say hi to our friend, NoOpCat. That's Suze Hinton. She just started, and she's going to have quite the day here live coding on Twitch. All right, friends. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. This video, like my other videos, will be available over on YouTube. Give it a couple days, and we'll have a lot of fun there. All right? We will catch you next time. Everybody, take care. Get ready to say hi to our friend NoOpCat. All right? We'll see you.